A beautiful Korean-American woman, Nia, in her late 20s, stylish and confident, browses the aisles of an upscale shoe boutique. She picks up a pair of sleek red stilettos, admiring them under the warm store lights. A male shoe clerk, mid-30s, wiry, with intense eyes, approaches her with a practiced smile. His uniform is crisp but slightly disheveled. There's something off about his demeanor, his gaze too focused, too eager.
Those are a great choice, but honestly, they'd pale in comparison to your feet.
Nia chuckles, slightly flattered, but his gaze lingers too long on her feet. The moment turns awkward.
Thanks, I'll take these.
You have some of the most beautiful feet I've ever seen.
Nia's smile fades. He isn't blinking, isn't looking away. The moment stretches uncomfortably, the air thickening around them. Nia exits the store quickly, a shopping bag in hand. As she glances back, she sees the shoe clerk standing in the store's doorway watching her, his eyes still locked on her feet. A chill runs down her spine. Uneasy, she hurries away, only to realize moments later she left her phone at the store. Nia cautiously steps back inside. The store is eerily empty now, its once warm atmosphere now unsettlingly silent. The shoe clerk stands behind the counter, her phone in his hand. He asks Nia, "Did you forget something?" She responds, "Yeah, my phone." He places it on the counter, his fingers lingering over it like he's reluctant to let it go. He responded, "Nice phone, unlocked. No passcode, bold choice." Nia snatches it up, her stomach knotting.
Yeah, thanks.
She turns and quickly leaves. She was overwhelmed and now scared. The next day, Nia pulls up to her house after a long day at work. Exhaustion weighs on her until she notices something strange. Her house is fully lit. Every single light inside is on.
What the hell?
She never leaves them on. A sinking feeling crawls up her spine. She grips her phone, debating whether to call someone. Her front door is slightly ajar. Her pulse pounds. She slowly steps out of the car, gripping her keys between her fingers like a weapon. Silence, nothing but the hum of the refrigerator. Nia steps inside, the air thick with dread. The walls seem to press in on her, the once familiar space now feeling weird.
Hello?
Nia heard a faint creak upstairs. She slowly moves toward the kitchen, gripping the handle of a large knife from the counter. Then from the shadows, Bruce lunges. A hand clamps over her mouth. She screams, thrashing, but he's strong. He slams her against the wall, knocking a picture frame to the floor. Glass shatters.
Didn't think you'd come back so soon. But welcome home.
The struggle is violent. The shoe clerk now, Bruce, is extremely strong. He grabs her with massive strength as she slashes wildly with the knife, slicing his arm. He grunts, but his grip doesn't loosen. He yanks her down to the floor. She kicks wildly, knocking over a lamp. Darkness swallows the room. Nia claws at the rug, trying to crawl away. Bruce grabs her ankle. She spins, landing a heel to his face. He grunts, stumbling back. She scrambles to her feet and runs, then BAM! A heavy blow to the back of her head sends her crashing to the ground. Her vision blurs.
You should have had your phone locked, beautiful.
Nia, almost unconscious, could feel Bruce taking off her shoes, her bare feet exposed. His fingers traced them with sick reverence.
You should have kept them safe.
The dim glow of a single lamp flickers. Shadows dance along the walls. Nia sits on the floor, bound at the wrists and ankles with thick rope. Her breathing is ragged, with tears streaming down her cheeks. She struggles, but it's useless. Across the room, Bruce sits in a chair, admiring something in his hands, her red high heels. Then he asks Nia, "Why were you so careless?" He sniffed the high heel and then turned his attention back to Nia. Her body starts to tremble. He watches her feet like a starving man eyeing his last meal. He kneels beside her, fingers trailing over her ankle. Nia recoils, trying to kick, but he grabs her foot with an iron grip. Nia begging, "Please, please, just let me go." Brian's response, "Shh. Don't ruin the moment. Quiet, please." He pulls a roll of duct tape from his pocket and rips a piece off with his teeth, pressing it hard over her mouth. Then he stands up and walks out of the room. Nia writhes, trying to free herself, sobbing behind the tape. She can hear the sounds getting closer, of footsteps coming back. Bruce steps into the room, now holding a gleaming machete. Nia's whole body locks up in terror. She shakes her head, muffled screams escaping through the tape.
Now, let's get to the best part.
He kneels down, grips her foot firmly, and then, with one powerful swing, blood splatters the walls. Nia's muffled screams rip through the room, but Bruce keeps going. Another swing, another. The wet, sickening sound of flesh and bone being severed. Her body twitches violently, then starts to go limp. Bruce tells Nia as her breath goes faint, "I will take care of them with every fiber in me, forever." Somewhere the sound of a woman's voice echoes in the wind, but it is not Nia's. A pair of severed feet, perfectly preserved, displayed like an elegant trophy. Bruce feels accomplished, wearing a satisfied smile as he polishes the case. The bell chimes and enters a regular customer. Bruce stands behind the counter, freshly dressed in a press shirt and slacks, looking calm. He is composed and reserved like nothing ever happened. The bell chimes again. A new customer steps inside, a beautiful young woman smiling and very welcoming. Bruce's eyes drop to her feet. He says, "Wow, you have some of the most beautiful feet I've ever seen."